Hello everyone, welcome to JCE Connect Computer Graphics Lab, and in today's session we'll be dealing up with our second experiment, that is to create and rotate a triangle about the origin and a fixed point. So in this experiment, basically this experiment is divided into four parts, that is to create the triangle first. The second is to make the triangle rotate onto the axis, and this rotation is again done in two ways. This can be obtained, the rotation of this triangle can be obtained in two ways, that is rotation of the triangle on the origin, or a rotation of the triangle at a particular fixed point. So how to deal with it? Let's look up the algorithm first. So here is the algorithm for our program. And the first step in the algorithm is to initialize the triangle array to draw the triangle first. Okay, so before we start with the uh, actual creation of the triangle, we have to initialize the triangle array to draw the triangle. Now here you can see we have used the GL float house with 3 by 3 matrix, right? So 3 by 3, that is nothing but the three vertices of the triangle that we are using. So here you can see that the values that I have given, that is 100, 150 and 150. Of course, in float, these values are hard coded here in the code. Else we can take the input from the user as well. But just for our convenient, we have taken it as a value in the program itself. Okay, so the second step is to initialize the rotation matrix as GL float. I have taken my array again, a rot underscore matrix, that is rotation of the matrix 3 by 3, and initializes the rotation matrix with 0, 0, 0 values. Okay, then the third step is to initialize the resultant matrix. The resultant is the actual resultant that will be getting after creating and rotating. The result of the rotation is what initialized here. Okay, so again the initialization, again the GL float rotation underscore matrix, 3 by 3, 0 comma 0 comma 0 again, right? So here it will be the resultant matrix. So here in the GL float house 3 by 3, that is our initialization of the triangle array, the first point, the here the value here, that is the first value, is the x-axis, second this is the y-axis, and these are the colors to the field for the outline of the triangle. So here x-axis of first vertex is 100, and y-axis also is 100, and the x-axis of second vertex is 150, and y-axis of second vertex is 300. Third vertex of x-axis is 100, and third vertex of y-axis is 200. And this one we are going to put it 1.0, 1.0 and 1.0 for the outline. And here also in the second point and third point, that is first is the x-axis, this is the x-axis, y-axis, and third parameter is the color. Here also in the third resultant initialization of the resultant matrix, first is the x-axis and then y-axis, and third is the color. Okay, so after that the fourth step, that is to initialize the arbitrary point, that is x-axis and y-axis. So here we are taking h and k. You can take anything, x or y, arbitrary x, arbitrary y, anything. So we have taken H and K as 100 and 100. So 100x and 100y, that becomes 100x and 100y. That becomes the axis that we are going to specify. The arbitrary H and arbitrary K. Yeah, you can also write arbitrary X and arbitrary Y. Moving on, in the step 5, we are going to define the rotation function, the rotate function, in which we are going to calculate the m and n value, then rotate the matrix, and finally multiply the both the matrices. How? We'll see one by one. So this step 5 is very important. So this is actually the main part of this function, the program. The root here one equation that we are going to use, that is to calculate the value of m and n value. Here m and n value are the x and y axis for the rotation triangle, for the triangle that we are going to rotate. So H and K is the original axis. So it is already have been given, H and K are already given, X and Y for the original, and M and N are the rotated triangle axis. So we have to find the rotated triangle axis. So for that, to find rotated triangle axis, we are going to following two equations. These equations, to find the x-axis of the rotated triangle, that is the m, we are denoting it as m. Uh, it Okay, don't get confused here. The m is the rotation triangle for the rotation axis for triangle, and n is the rotation axis y for the triangle. H is the x-axis of the original triangle, and k is the y-axis for the rotation triangle. So the rotated triangle of x-axis is equal to minus the original triangle of y-axis into cos theta minus 1 plus the original value of y multiplication multiplied with sine theta. Okay, then the rotated triangle of y-axis is equal to the original y, that is negative value of original value of y-axis, multiplied by the cos theta minus 1 minus the x-axis of the original multiplication, original sin theta, original triangle that we are going to rotate, that is the sin theta here. Now here theta value is the value that we are going to accept it from the user. That is, the theta is the angle by which the triangle has to be rotated, the degree by which the triangle has to be rotated. So the rotation of matrix we can obtain using the algebraic method, that is the cos theta minus sin theta, and the second is the sin theta multiplied by the cos theta value. Please note that again, that the theta here is the uh, value or degree by which the triangle has to be rotated, and this theta value will be taking it by the user. The user is going to enter that value of theta here. Okay, and since this is the heterogeneous matrix, so here we are going to use 0 0 1. Okay, now the third part in the fifth step is to call the multiply function. uh, why we are calling this multiply function here is to multiply the rotation matrix as well as the object matrix. Now here we are just calling the multiply function to multiply these two matrices, that is rotation matrix and object matrix, but we have not yet defined it, right? So in the next step we are going to define it. So here you can see in the sixth step we are going to define the multiply function to multiply rotation matrix and the object matrix that will result us to give us the resultant transformed matrix. Sorry, the triangle, the resultant transformed triangle. The seventh step is to define the function, the draw triangle. So that is the that what we discussed previously to create the triangle. Here is how we are going to draw the triangle, right? So define the function draw triangle to draw the triangle using GL line loop. Now, why we are using GL underscore line underscore loop is that because the line that we are creating is in the loop form, right? So triangle, so that the ultimate result is the triangle, that is the loop, right? So that is the reason here. Uh, in the eighth step, that is to define the function draw rotate triangle. Now here is where our second task comes into picture, that is to draw the rotated triangle. To draw a triangle which is we are going to rotate it. Now that rotation angle will be the theta angle, which will be we will be taking as input from the user. Now ninth point again, that is to define the display function which is used to call functions. Now this will be our function, you can call a routine function which will be used to call the other functions. The 10th step, that is to define main to get theta value from the user and to create a window. Now this is actually the you can say the body of the complete program, that is where it going to actually start, uh, prompt the user to enter the value of theta, uh, and also ultimately create a window wherein all the other routines will get executed, functions will get called, and uh, drawing the triangle, that is to create a triangle, rotating the triangle, and rotating the triangle on an origin, and rotating the triangle on a fixed point. All the routines, all the functions will be getting executed in our main program. Now let us see the program, our code. Yes, here you can see that we are going to define the all the variables, theta, the triangle of 3 to 3 matrix. uh, then again, here we have taken the x and y axis and also the color. Then we are this one we are going to x axis, y axis, and the color of the outline. Okay, then in next line, that is here, we are going to store the rotated matrix of the triangle, which is uh, again a 3 by 3 matrix. Then whatever the after multiplication of the original and the rotated triangle, we are going to store that into the resultant matrix. That should be also 3 into 3. Then we are going to declare the x and y axis, that is nothing but our h and k, right? Then we are just initializing it to 100 and 100, like we discussed in the algorithm before. Okay, the algorithm we have used instead h and k. Okay, so we have mentioned 100 here, both the values. Now here, yeah, we'll see the rotate triangle first. So here in rotate triangle, um, okay, first let's see the what happens after we draw the triangle. So let us uh, assume that we have drawn the triangle. To draw the diagram, we have already written the function, draw triangle function. But before that, uh, we'll just analyze this. Once we rotate the triangle here, that is the variable that is we have used here, m and end. Now this M and N are the newly created X and Y. So here rotation angle equal to theta, whatever the value the user enters, whatever 45, 90, 180, we are going to multiply it with the pi divided by 180. This is according to our algebraic equation. So we are going to find the M and N, that is X and Y axis for the rotated triangle. For M, we are going to follow the equation arbitrary X, that is cost rotation angle, that is theta minus 1, plus arbitrary Y, that is N, into sine rotation angle, that is again theta. This is for the value M, right? It has to come on the previous line. Okay. Now for value N, again, we are going to, if you remember the first step in the first part in the fifth step, that was N is equal to minus K into cos theta. That is what we are going to do here. So N will be minus of arbitrary Y. Arbitrary Y is nothing but the K that we have used, multiplied by cos into theta. Theta is the angle of rotation, and minus 1, right? After calculating this M and N value, that is for the X and Y axis, we have to multiply the that values with the this formula, that is our this one, that is cos theta minus sin theta into M, right? So for this we are going to use the rotated value of the rotated matrix 0 0, that is the vertex of 0 0. Here 0 1 2, this is the loop. Okay, so see, this is 0 1 2, this is the loop of the x-axis. 0 0 0 we are following because this is the loop for x-axis. Okay, that is the loop that we are following. Here's the rotation of y-axis, 1 1 1 we are going to use, and for x-axis 0 0 0, and with the loop 0 1 2, and here for y-axis the loop again 0 1 2. So it is like 0 0 0 1 0 2 for x-axis, with, and again 1 0 1 1 1 2 for the y-axis, and the values 1 1 sorry, the 2021 and 22 are the colors that we are going to use for the outline. Now the next is the multiply function. We are going to call the multiply function to multiply the two matrices. So which means we are multiplying the original angle with the rotated angle. Okay, so after that, mm, we'll come to the drawing of the triangle. Okay, drawing the rotating triangle. So here we're going to mention the colors. Next is the to loop the line, that is GL begin, GL underscore line underscore loop. Then next is the GL vertex to the floating point, that is triangle 0 comma 0. The vertex is 0, x-axis is 0, and loop is 0. Then again in the down we have x-axis 0 and loop is 1, and so on. Again the third one, the x-axis is 0 and loop is 2. And for similarly for y vertex, that is y-axis 1, value is what the loop is 0, and the value for y-axis, that is the 1, is y-axis, and 1 is the loop here. Similarly 1 for y-axis and 2 is the loop. So x-axis and y-axis, x-axis is represented as 0, y-axis as 1, and 0 to 2 is the loop for both x and y axis. So it is like x-axis loop, y-axis loop, again x-axis loop, y-axis loop, and ultimately for the third vertex again x-axis loop and y-axis loop. Okay, and then ultimately we are going to end the drawing of triangle. Now coming to the draw rotate triangle, here same thing we are going to do, that is the color we are going to give. We are going to write down the loop, and some same thing in the vertex also. The resultant, that is the once I'll explain the rotation first. Okay, so for example, let the multiplication start here. We are going to start here. Uh, we are going to accept two for loops, that is I and j. So because we have two matrices, so we have to multiply two matrices. So here we are going to write the resultant of first uh, original matrix, original triangle, that is I and j, uh, original triangle of x and y, and rotated triangle of x and y, rotated triangle of x and y. No, wait. The rotated triangle of x and y multiplied by the original triangle of x and y, which is then added to the result. So result is equal to result plus rotate multiplied by the triangle. Okay. So basically this will give us the new axis of the x and y. So in our draw rotated triangle, we are going to show a result of x and y. Here, uh, x of original, uh, x of origin, the loop from 0, y x axis, the loop from 0. Same thing, x axis loop from 0 to 1, y axis 1 to 1. Then x axis x-axis from loop 0 till the x-axis of the loop till 2. Okay, so this is the rotated triangle. So in our display function we are going to first clear the color, which will clear the background of the uh, it clears the background, which takes the argument bitwise, or of several values also. It is like a constant. It is a constant which indicates buffer currently available for color writing. Then we are going to call the three function, that is draw triangle, rotate, rotate that triangle. That was our second step. And again draw the rotated triangle. So whatever the rotated triangle that we have obtained, draw that rotated triangle. So this is next is the GL function, that is the uh, again important instruction or a function, because then only you will get the output. So we'll come to the main function. Main function, which in which we are going to ask the user the rotation angle, and we are going to accept into theta. Then we have a glut in it, ampersand argc and argv. Ampersand argc is the address for argument counter, and argv is the array itself. And also we are going to write all the important functions, the basics of computer graphics, to process any program. Okay. Then we are going to mention the display mode, that is the glut underscore single, or the and or the glut RGB color. Then we are going to initialize the window size 500 by 500. You can change it by any value. Then we are going to mention the position of the window, that is 0, 0, which is the left corner. Then we are going to create the window, and for that window we are going to give name as the triangle rotation. Uh, and then we are going to write down the glut display function too. And this display function will in turn call the other three functions, that is the draw triangle, rotate, and draw rotate triangle function. So here we are going to use the GLU Ortho 2D projection for the projection of the image. And finally, the glut main loop, which is like a routine, needs to be called again and again repeatedly. Uh, and it can be also be called as a event processing loop. So it is basically loop the window until the event handling takes place. Example, if I click the mouse button, it is going to quit. And if I click the close button, then it is going to quit. So that we are going to handle in the glut main loop. So this is all about the program that we are going to execute here in our second program, the second objective of this computer graphics lab. Now let's quickly see the output, how it is going to come. Okay guys, let's now run the code and see the output. So let's compile it, and there's no error we can see. Let's run the code. And before that asked for a fixed point, since the window position that we have given is 500, the fixed point should be within that. So I'll give 100 and 150. So this is the output that we're going to get. Okay. So if you right click, we'll get the options, that is rotate around origin, rotate around fixed point, and stop rotation. And this is the menu. Okay. So if we click this, we can see that it is rotating around the origin, right? So origin that we have given here is the dot pixel, and the so that's what the first option is about. If we go for the second, that is to rotate around fixed point, so this is the fixed point that we have given, that is 150, and triangle will rotate around it. And if we go for stop rotation, it will stop the rotation. Okay, so you can see the rotation has been stopped. That is all for today's lecture. If you have any doubts, anything, you can post it in the group, or write down in the comment section down below. The query will be addressed. Uh, and similar doubts, if anybody else has, they even the it will be beneficial for them also. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. But wherever you are stucking in between, or you have not understood it, please go back and repeat and pause the video and go through the instructions again. uh, Compare the code with the algorithm that we have discussed, so that you'll understand the complete flow of the program, and you'll not miss out the crucial points. That is basically what happens is, when you don't have the link between the algorithm and the code, then you somewhere miss out the actual flow of the program. So compare the code with the algorithm, refer the algorithm, see the output, process it, try giving it different values. We have just hard coded it. You can see in the code that we have used, we have just hard coded the values, but try giving the different values, and experiment it with the different values, and you can see the changes in the rotation of the triangle. Okay, so that's all. If you That's all for today's session. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask in the comment section down below, or in the group. Okay, thank you.